Okay guys, so I'm just on the way to the Gorica Castle and I'm going on the hiking trail with my good friend Lorenc, who you've already met before, and he's kindly shown us around his guest house. So we're going on a history tour.
Yes, we are going to reach the mountain of Gorica that is situated the prehistoric castle over there 2,400 years ago.
And you said it's higher than the usual castle that people go to.
The top here it's higher than the castle.
Okay.
And you can see the spectacular view from the city. Yeah, you can see all Berat Valley and how it...
So Lorenc actually offers tours around Berat, historic
to
tours.
Speak about the local history and everything.
So he can take you around there, but also he does this special tour.
Explore the nation,
so
the nature and the history of the nature.
So this is a special tour that you, and I'm sure that Lorenc would be able to do this for you if you asked him nicely.
Yes.
But your usual tour is obviously going around the place of Berat.
Gorica, Mangalem, and up top in the castle. Because when the people live mostly, but this is a part of nature. Even people coming exploring by themselves, but sometimes I can be a part to say things about Berat and how, because I lived all my life here. I mean, since I'm born in Gorica and I'm grown up here, so all around this has been a forest. Even one of the old Turkish chronicler Evliya Çelebi, when he came in 16th century, he said that over the river of Osumi is situated the quartier Gorica, Varosh he called that. And this is a forest and lots of fruits are in this kind of place. And this is a vili, like an oak, that wasn't prohibited to cut, because all the houses of Gorica, they were built by these trees.
Oh, right.
Know? It's very, very strong and very, very good. They can live for centuries. And always, as I said to you before, that when it's vidi, you can find the water. So it's the first well we had in the Gorica quartier, because wasn't yet the water system from Tomor.
So now you're getting your water from Tomor.
Yeah, now we are getting the water from Tomor. It's running from Tomor. It's the Fontana.
So it's nice and fresh water.
Yes, it's a very good water, Tomor. You know, we are lucky for that, because we take from the mountains the water. Not everybody, not everywhere in the world. But Albania is full in the reservoir of the water. But this, especially these waters, are very, very good.
So it's nice, crisp water.
Yes. Bogova. Came in Berat during the period of communism, 1988, when I remember. Used to come in time, and now as I explained it before to you, that we made the infrastructure, like a systemization of the pipelines and everything. So this year is a gold year for us. Everything new brand and everything.
Yeah.
This is my granddaddy house and his brother. So when my family started, because we live in this region 170, 180 years. You know, when my granddaddy used to come. And after they built this house, 1930, you know, in period of King Zog. And after, during the Second War, in this house stayed Germans and Italians. They used for our offices and things.
Oh,
you know?
right.
Yeah, as my papa.
So the Italian and German fascists would use this building.
Yeah, but you know, they used because they couldn't stay somewhere, you know. But they chose because the house was new brand and big, so they needed that. But anyway, so it has been the history of the house.
Okay.
So we are climbing up to explore more to the castle of Gorica.
And not many people do this tour, do they, Lorenc? Not many tourists will do this tour that we're doing today.
They are coming now.
But they mostly do the tour around Berat.
Around Berat, but even young people coming more. They like this kind of. But it's very nice. But it depends how able you are
to do this. Yeah. There's the sign. So look for the sign for the hiking trail.
And you see, as much we are climbing, and you see all the spectacular view of the city, Gorica and Mangalem, the river and valley and everything.
It's maybe not as steep as the trek up to the castle, the castle of Berat.
This is more, it's nature, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is a path, there is a nature.
I mean, we just passed the bridge there, Lawrence. The bridge.
Yeah, this is the old bridge.
Slowly climbing up.
Yeah. Climbing. Yes. We are still climbing the mountain of Gorica. Our breed, yes. It's good.
It's a long way.
Still I'm young, so it's a good improvement, you know, because I'm not every day doing that. But it's a good. So you can see now as much we are going. We're getting up and up. Huh? This is a Morat quartier, a new one. Morat. And you can see all the river passing by, the field. See the villages. Panoramic way, yeah.
Panoramic, yes.
For the first time in Second War, the Italians was here. 1939, 1940. They brought the water from Brestan, from the village, and they brought the system. They put the tube and they brought the water to the town, to Gorica and some parts of the town. Water from Brestan, very, very good quality, but now they stopped, you know. They changed, took this, because we are taking water from Bogova. But this has been very, very good. But for the first time in Second War, we took the water from this way. They took from Vela Beach, from countryside, since here and up to Gorica. This is really good. I see people are working for the road and parking. Gorica will have a good parking, good promenade.
Developing, yeah. Like we said before, getting ready for the summer.
Get ready.
When the tourists start to come.
Yes. This year is. As Antipatrea city, as a Puleriopolis in the Byzantine period, and after Belgrade, and after derivate Berat. So Antipatreas is, once they say they support the versions that you see the Castella, you see the rocks.
Yeah.
They are situated like, you know, in a different
style.
Yeah. So maybe when they passed, they said like Antipetras. Petras is the rock, or Patreas, Patria, the place,
right.
Country. So maybe the two castles, one is in the top, and one over there. So in between two places, you know, Antipatreas. After in a Byzantine period, in 4th century, after Jesus, they called Puleriopolis the splendid magic city. In 13th century, they said the Bulgarian, Serbian called Belgrade when they passed. You know, you see the facade was white, so they called White City.
Yeah. Okay.
And after that, they derived the name Berat.
So how many years has Berat had its name?
Berat.
Yeah, how many years now?
5 centuries.
5 centuries.
It's got Berat as a name. Because we don't have evidences, historic evidences that is used before. Because in period of Musaka, when it was because it was 3 centuries, they was in the Castella, our prince Musaka. They used to, the Byzantine period, they used to call Belgrade. Puleriopolis in 4th century. So it's in all documents, and before that was Antipatrea in a Roman time.
Roman times.
Before Jesus. 3 centuries before.
Right.
Jesus. There are 2 unique churches of that period. You see?
So what's so unique about those churches?
The architecture.
Architecture.
The architecture features. And they are the same. The same. San Triada and San Miguel.
San Miguel. And Lorenc, it looks like a... Is this a natural structure?
Natural.
This is natural. So the sedimentary rock is...
Sedimentary rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just built... Because it looks like that might have been placed there.
No, it's
natural.
always the mountains, they are dissolved, because the atmosphere and waters and everything. Sometimes the stone is not like it used to be. Yeah.
Compressing. Yeah.
Compressing.
Yeah.
Take a photo. Good one.
Good view.
Gorica, the old bridge of Gorica, the footbridge.
Yeah.
You see one by one.
Is there a bridge this way as well?
Here's another bridge.
Yeah.
For the vehicles and everything.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Nice area.
And like I was saying, Lorenc, if you ask him nicely, he'll be able to do this tour.
Yes. We will be a group. Today we are, because we are good friends.
Yeah.
But by one person, is because maybe you can be busy. When it's a group, I will find agenda so to accompany them if they like. When it's a group, always is better. More than 6 persons.
Yeah. And now we're getting a view of the Tomo Mountain. Tomori Mountain.
It's up. We are coming to see more views.
Yeah.
You see all the healing. Berat is very well known for the vinicultura, for the olives. The olives of Berat, they are the best.
Okay.
Grapes of Berat, all the fruits, because here is the best climate for fruits. Mediterranean, but the best one. We have especially winter, spring, summer, autumn.
And do you think it plays to the fact that actually it's very mountainous?
Yeah, very mountainous, because it's the sedimentary of the earth that brings always the best grapes to make wine. And rakia, but wine mainly. Merlot and everything, because sedimentary is very important. And Berat has very good hills for that, and the valley and the wind.
The air is very fresh air.
Fresh air, and create always the best fruits. Not disease, and they ripen properly in a good percentage of the sugar to the fruits. To give to the wine and to eat that properly. They are ripened properly, and you can eat the best taste. That's why they're so tasty.
And that's why Lorenc's wine tastes fantastic.
It's good, it's good because it's the sun, it's the fresh air, it's the sedimentary of the earth, and after come how you make that, and always the wine is always culture. You build that step by step. How you make the vineyard, how you prune, how you keep that, and in which condition the grapes are coming, and after in which day you will harvest, after how you make it, how you follow the process to make the wine, how you preserve in a good cellars. The wine have to sleep well, not very good acoustically, so, and after people will drink that.
Needs to be stored correctly.
Yes, stored correctly is very important. Yes.
Have you heard that story of the it was the famous wine that was created?
Yeah.
And when they actually made the wine, I can't remember the full name, but when they created the wine, it was a disgusting taste.
Yeah.
So they sold these barrels for very cheap. And then they took them on the cargo ship, the old ships, and the process of the ship moving on the sea created the taste of the wine. Yeah. And then it got to the port, and they were saying,
so they understood the standard how it can be. so they improved the quality of the wine.
I think it was an Italian wine, or and they were saying
French,
that
they are the best. But,
yeah, they were saying that.
But it's a lot of Balkanic countries they playing with wine, Latin American countries. But Berat, especially, it's very, very good for this kind of industry, vinicultura, food industry, and wine and.
So like you say about South American, like Chile, Argentina.
Chile is very well known. Argentina, very good.
But yeah, the process
is important. Is important this kind, but all the grapes, the variety of the grapes you can. The first is France.
Number one, yeah.
Number one. But now we are playing a homemade wine, very good wine.
What about champagne?
Champagne is from France.
Yeah, but do you make your own variation?
No, we don't have. In Albania, we don't have champagne.
What's your views? What's the Albanian view on champagne? So the taste of champagne. Because my view is it's very dry.
It is, but I think this is maybe we can produce champagne, but we have to know typically how it comes, how it's made,
and also call it something different.
Is the recipe, should be. It's very important that to know how you can create, because you create everything. People today, the industry, they say I did that. But the typically one, the original one, is very important. The first material you use for that and how you can proceed later on. It's very important. In this world, I think we need good food, good drinks. People need good standards of thinking. That comes always from a good variety of the fruits, not using fake.
Yeah, and you get that in Albania. You get that in Albania.
In Albania, we get that, and we are fighting to create this standard for the tourist, because this is a good weapon in our hands. Because we have a beautiful country, fresh air, and we have to keep very clean this country. And Europe is making like a last destination of Mediterranean. Berat and all Albania.
All Albania, yeah.
Is a Mediterranean country. So
it's starting to rise up as a good tourist destination.
Good tourist destination.
Yeah. Yes. And hopefully, like I was saying, these videos might give somebody an inspiration to come to Albania.
Yes, of course. People know now. It's just people are. I'm 10 years now. I'm working with this position.
This industry.
This industry. But people coming from all over the world. They already know Berat. There are some places that not very often, but now everybody telling to everybody, So what's happening? For us, is a challenge how to keep this kind of industry and this market, how to keep Albania clean, how to make the things properly
and
for the visitors.
Also, not to lose your individuality.
Yes,
because some places, when it's obvious in places like Spain, Greece, that actually a lot of the places are actually built for the tourists, rather than the tourists come to somewhere to experience the place.
We have to keep our authenticity. We have to be more authentic in our culture. Maybe Albania is an exotic country, so we don't need a lot of, not cement, not at all, but I'm not for that. We have to keep our way to the tourists. Tourists is coming for traditional Albania.
Not to lose your...
We have to build the country, but we have to revitalize the country, but with very careful
Not
way.
to lose your tradition.
Not to lose our tradition, because this is our point. If we can do that, we can be always the best. This is pretty olives of Albania. You see, we are in a mountain, and just down there go to the countryside. This is the mountain Spirag, which is our food industry. All the veg and good meat and everything come from there. The good waters.
And one way to identify it is the lines.
Yeah, the lines. Before was written Enver. It's still, but you cannot see because it's too sunshiny. And after the democracy came, people wrote never. So they cancelled the first grammar and make Enver.
Oh, okay.
Never. Never Enver, never communism. And you see this is the countryside and the mountains.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Fresh air.
So nice. Do you pick these olives yourself?
Yes.
In the summer?
Yes. As the Latinians said, olives primus fructus. The olive is the first fruit. Berat is very well known.
For the olives.
The good olives for eating of Berat, and good olives for oil, olive oil. Berat. When it's a good year, always olive is not every year can produce very much. This is the time to do, because last year wasn't a good year.
Okay.
In some places did, yes.
Why was it not a good year?
Because it's not every year. It's not every year. All this is the fruits. Sometime every year. But
was there disease?
Sometimes disease, sometimes the winter is long, and in the time that was creating the ground is in between of the blossom, where is the flowers.
Insects?
Insects, and it's too cold. Sometimes, it's very sensible. Yeah.
So is there any blossoms now? So this is a...
Not for the moment. No. No, will be
not this?
After March. No, not is there. The olive is there. Come, you see. Not yet. Because the fruit gone. The fruit gone.
Absolutely nothing.
Because this November is the last month, but sometimes stays.
Right.
You see.
So what's these bubbles here? Just
bubbles, create the trees. Always we cut to keep olives just down. Always in this way produce, not to go very up.
Okay. So you do this, you.
No, and it's not mine, this one, but it's to somebody else. But I'm saying that this, I've got another olive garden.
So you maintain your garden yourself?
Yeah. Sometimes, because you have to prune that, and sometimes you have to, in April, May, some kind of a disinfection.
Okay.
Because you need. Sometimes it depends by the year, but.
To try and make it a good year.
A good year,
yield.
because you protect this. Just a few, one or two. I'm not. I don't like to be, to disinfect always. I don't like chemical.
No.
And after it's washed.
Try
by
keep
the rain,
it natural.
Keep it natural.
Yeah.
Simple. Not to use chemicals are very light. Not.
This is an olive on the floor.
Yeah. It's gone now. Waiting September, October. The first step of the olive is when you are picking up olives for eating. Will be 15 October.
All right.
15 October start to be a bit black, a bit yellow, a bit green, kind of this. And after, when we say the olive is falling in oil, this is November. After we pick up and to make oil, because there are some varieties for oil and some varieties for eating. We say that salting and eating. But even the olives you are eating, you can make oil. But especially there are some small olives that are typically for oil.
Okay.
But in general, you can make all olives oil.
So how do you make the oil? Do you?
So in Berat we got some good places for making the olive oil. They buy the industry in Italy, especially with European standard. Very, very nice, very good. Everything is.
So what companies are Albanian companies for the oil?
No, they are Albanian guys that from countrysides, because they got lots of olives. So in one countryside or 5 countrysides together, they know is just a point over there.
Okay.
And he has his benefit, because everybody brings his olives to this place.
And that's for the production.
This is campaign of of only 1 month they make on olive oil. Yeah.
So this, Lorenc, is the way to the castle.
This is the way to the castle. Yes. There are the ruins of the Castella, the massive stones. Yeah. It is 2,600 years ago.
2,600 years?
It is old. You can imagine? The stones is similar to like the castle in a Hellenistic period, big, massive. Even to our castle down, You see in the entrance there is a big massive stone of that period. This is military, because it's very high, and they used to see the enemy when they are coming and think, and they are burning the fire to communicate to the Castell, to the people, you know, it's communication.
So who would own this castle? Many people.
Many people, you know, people was always, the Castell was the center of the protection, how you survive it, because you were living here all around. Not in this configuration we have now, but in a different way. We speak by centuries always. And the first element for life is the water. So in between the water and the fortification, people find a way how to hide the risk from somewhere that was coming to kill them or to do them. Like it happened in all, because all the world has been always clashes. Somebody went to somebody else. So our sacrilege it was that they thought, I mean, to build this kind of things, you know, this is terrible to think today, and because it was the way how to protect themselves. This is, I think.
Okay, so did the Ottomans take over this castle?
No.
At any period?
Ottoman is 14th century. This is very much far away.
Older.
Back to history.
Okay, but they didn't.
Before Jesus Christ.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
Come more in another.
Yeah.
But they is making our castle, because there are living people over there always. Still, it's living people.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah, this is something.
Saw
special.
people live. So is the castle open 24 hours a day?
Yeah, because living people, yes, it's open, the castle, always. Even for a tourist, but sometimes they charge people in the entrance. Not sometimes, but during the day and during the night, you know, it's open.
Nobody charged me, I just walked in.
Yes, I know. Even now, I will show you the gate. You know, you can go even from the front here, just the gate. Some people do that, young people mostly.
Okay.
And they go straight to the Castella.
Right. And there's also a shepherd here.
It's a shepherd with he's
looked away.
He's a Jew. Sieni, mirini. Sivo galonite. Kaneti, kaneti bar. It's the time of the year that it's not enough grass for the Jew.
Lower down.
Yeah, because now start they were talking about.
Okay.
Because they want to feed them with the best grass, untouchable, clean, and to take the good milk, good cheeses, good yogurt, come from the mountain. It's not polluted by the people.
Yeah.
What is eaten here is the best. And when we are growing this kind of livestock, that we use the meat and cheeses and things to the tourists and for us. That's we were talking before.
Yeah. Hello.
Sadelek, eh? So he's got the goats.
Oh yeah.
And Jews.
Sheep.
Sheep.
Yeah. Did you call them ewers? Ewers. Yeah. So we call female.
Kurs Angles.
We call female sheep ewes.
Ewes.
Yeah.
Qa raca është kjo? Po raca që preferonim shpesh të kishe ajo cigaja. Skeme.
Po mirë, po unë.
Kaleshja, ku janë ato?
Po s'ka ato deri ato. Se unë punova edhe 5-6 vjet në Greqi. E lashe dolla
5-6 vjet. 5-6 vjet në Greqi.
26 vjet.
26 vjet. He's been in Greece for 26 years.
Oh really?
He was working as a
And he
shepherd.
came back.
He took some this type of variety from Greece.
S'ka futur rast tjetër, vetëm me rast, është toa.
It's brought from Greece, this kind of
This kind of farming.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's doing that because his profession has been shepherding. and he likes to do that.
And they're enjoying the grass.
Yes, they're enjoying the grass, good grass.
That goat there is on the...
So when she birthed 4.
Oh, really? Just now?
And they are making 2 times per year.
Right.
And when they're making not only 2, 4. One of them, 2 of them. Huh? So they will birth again.
Oh, right.
In June.
Yeah.
It's a good race.
Yeah.
Good race.
Thank you.
Idź ja jeden po te palce, to jest najlepsze. Ja mam gorica. Tinga ja gola visi možda. Fuša par posta. Šta mi je vrede? So we are going to see that.
Thank you. So this is the entrance to the castle, the old castle. This entrance, you were saying?
No, this is the top of the Castella.
And obviously you can see...
Then the Castella. Look there. We are more up.
We're more higher than the castle over there.
Yes. See? This is, see?
Do you think it's... How many meters higher do you think we are here?
I don't know exactly. But you see the Castella look very small.
Yeah.
To compare with this.
Compared to this.
Because we are...
This must have been a very grand building in the old days.
Yes.
Obviously before Ottomans, Before Jesus, you said also.
Yes. This has been 2,600 years ago.
The
ruin of this is of that period. Yeah. And you see, you can see the view. You can see how it comes, how we enter to Berat. See, it's spectacular view. You can see what's going on with this. All this is the best preferable position.
Because you can see people moving.
You can see moving and everything. What is coming? Control. This was a military.
So what army was it that you said had this? What army? What people?
Because when you speak in churches, they didn't have weapons. Weapons was the spades, the sword. After this, they wanted to know what is coming. And after how they fought, how they fought in that period. You mean?
What race of people would build this castle?
Illyrians.
Illyrians.
Hellenes.
Greeks.
Because in that period it wasn't the concept state.
Okay.
Imperium. Byzantium after this, coming centuries by centuries came one thing because everywhere here they are living Albanians. So they've been our first
ancestors.
Because otherwise how you can explain. But always a civilization is like Italy. People going to Italy come back, bring influences and things like this. But the country is Albania. So always it has been inhabited by Albanians, I think.
What's that building there, Lawrence?
Which one?
There's a new building near the water cistern to the left.
There are people that came from countryside because this area has been empty with olives.
Okay.
But after 1990s, people came here who used to build the houses for themselves. Always is in Albania like this. People from countryside came to the city, but as much the places and they occupied the places.
Right.
Has been this phenomenon during the period of democracy.
Okay. Long drop down.
Good, eh?
Yeah, so is this correct then, Lawrence? So the Roman Empire was before the Byzantine Empire. So the Byzantine Empire was the
Roman Empire
Eastern.
was in 2-3 centuries before Jesus.
And then the Byzantine Empire was the East of the Roman Empire.
So they broke up in 4th century.
Okay.
395. It's been broken. The Imperatory of East Byzantine and with the Imperatory of the West. So we coming under the Byzantine period.
And the Byzantine flag is the yellow flag.
Yellow with some
in tradition. Yeah. With an eagle.
So look, yes, with
like
an eagle. Like
similar.
Albanian.
Yeah.
Albanian flag. Yes.
And you see that on all the churches here.
Yes. You
Or
see,
the new church, your church.
Like, yes, has been.
There was one.
It is always.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe how high up we are here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Good,
Be great for people that are staying at your guest house to come here with you and have these chats.
Yeah, when they come by themselves, you know, they can take a place for 20 minutes. You can reach this kind of top. Especially in the summers.
Might be more difficult in summer.
Place, huh?
Might be more difficult when it's hot.
No, a little bit difficult, but when I come here, you take another place.
Yeah.
A good refrigerator.
So it's always like this at the top?
Always. To reach something, you always a bit. But younger place.
I suppose we would be on the steps of the Mount Tomo as well, so adjacent to.
Tomo is you need a professional hiking.
Yeah. Is it how many meters high?
2,470
2,400. So that's higher. Well, it's a lot higher than the biggest mountain in England. The biggest mountain in the UK. I think ours is a few 700, 800 meters, something like that.
You don't have a high.
No, not too high. I think I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's not as high as it's not higher than 2,000 meters. No way. What's the highest mountain in Albania? Jezerza.
And Korabi.
Are these south or north?
This is one is east and one is north.
Right. I was just going to ask so when this castle was built, what was the main sort of weapon they would have used? There wouldn't have been bow and arrows.
So for sure, because it's 2,600 years ago, so it has been the main things has been the everyday things like
spear. Yeah.
Guns came very much later.
But
you know, they use the fire. They use just to communicate. And after they organized, so if they were in the top, okay, and the enemy was like Skanderberg used this kind of strategy, and after they threw the rocks.
Oh right, okay.
Always, you know, they were fighting.
So it'd be like a trap. Yeah.
They were fighting with the things they had.
Yeah. So they would they have had catapult?
No catapult.
No catapult. No.
They had this, maybe they had.
Oh right, so yeah.
Because as much the time is passing by, you know, and people improved, and they made more sophisticated things after this.
Yeah.
Until we are coming to these days.
And then China created gunpowder.
Yes, of course.
Which then allowed us to make guns, is that correct?
Yeah.
So obviously the gunpowder was used in guns to fire the bullets. Also there's many cannons in the castle of Berat. Many cannons. Around cannons, yeah. You know, like with ball.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because but it was the way how they was fighting. The windows, you mean? The fringi we call them. Is the windows because we are in another time when they were fighting by guns, and the others were striking from they should be protected. They should see all the view, and they should be protected by because always the armies and the military, they used to come for occupation was bigger than you, because we are a small country always, and the others invaded because Germans came, Italians came, after Turkish came. You know, all the army the Turkey was a big imperatorate.
Did Alexander the Great invade Albania?
No, he was from here. His mama.
Yeah, his mama.
Olympia was from here.
But was this part of his empire?
But, you know, in that time, Alexander was living here. He didn't occupy Albania. It was a free land for him, because in that time Albania has been all together. You know, didn't exist the fences and the concept state.
So it's the nation state was a more, in comparison, a more recent construct.
Yes, but after when the race is becoming more, how I can say, the concept of the state came later on.
Yeah.
Before the people and the countries was named in a different way.
More empires.
More empires and
yeah.
things like this. How is developing our...
Yeah, yeah. Same with England as well. So in the UK would be split. I mean, England itself, there was...
But once upon a time
like
it was split, and now it's United Kingdom. And before that, you had under your rules, you had Canada, you have still, but Australia...
much later, so the British Empire. Yeah.
Always.
But we had also many invaders come to Britain, like Vikings, obviously Romans earlier.
Yeah, they came, yeah.
Normans, Anglo-Saxons who created England.
And Anglo-Saxons.
Who were the name of England comes from the Anglo-Saxon people.
Yeah.
So I think it means land of Anglo-Saxons. And it was called Angleland. Angleland, yeah. And then it changed to England, you see. That's the evolution of the term.
Yes. Evolution of the term.
Yeah.
This is the gate. You see that kind of roads over there to go to the
castle? Yeah. This is the gate to the castle, yeah. From this, when I went up the castle, it was this direction.
Yeah, but this is from the town, just down there, up, you're going and up to the Castella.
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult.
Easier way.
Easy it is, yeah. Still people are climbing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't suggest for older people, but for young generation it's easy.
Just think these have been sat here for thousands of years.
For centuries, my friends. Yeah. Can you imagine? Doesn't move.
And it's amazing, Lawrence. I mean, how would they have just got these rocks from the mountains here?
Maybe it's been from the mountain here, and should be, and they worked. This scrap.
Yeah, but it's amazing how they would bring these up.
To bring up is a bit.
Would it be slaves that brought these?
Slave, but people.
Yeah.
Always people. The method is very sophisticated to come here. Huh?
And these are the walls here of the old castle.
You see how they work with it? You can see better here.
Would it go any deeper, or is this the top?
Might be one stone more.
More, right.
No, it's just the foundation.
It'll need the foundation, obviously, to keep it in place with its...
Because you cannot stay like... Foundation is very important.
Fantastic, great.
It's very heavy, you know?
I
would stay for forever.
Yeah, I would dread to think what the people went through who brought these here. It'd be hard work.
It's hard, but maybe they found...
Maybe they found
here and then they worked here and they put it and created this. Because to bring these stones from somewhere else, I think is impossible. Huh?
In those days. Yeah.
In those days, yes, but even our imaginations, whatever we think about, maybe they were stronger, and they were stronger, better, more than us today, because we are improvement race. So as much the people are, and the life is developing, people are getting weaker.
Weaker because we aren't using our bodies.
We are not using our bodies for this sacrilege.
Yeah, for physical labour.
We are using our bodies for a different way.
Yeah.
So
this is an old campsite.
Yeah, they're coming for picnic. And
this will be a picnic. Same with this one as well.
Make a fire.
This would be like teenagers. Coming. Yeah.
Hey, come, look at that. Te ti që bëjnë 3 legë dhe 4 të ti. Këto, bëjnë këto, pjellin. Janë pjellore me fjallë, pjellore shumë. Si racë.
Okay guys, so this was Lorence's tour of the Goritsa castle, which is higher than the well-known castle of Berat.
Yes.
Which is
a beautiful view, and you see the massive stones.
Yeah.
Made here by centuries, eh? Such a fresh air, very nice shade during the summer.
Very cool.
Very cool.
It's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Clean place.
Yeah.
You will
so if
have
you
the best time here.
Yeah. So if you want the same tour, or more importantly, if you want the tour around Berat, which Lorenc is an expert on the history of the whole city.
I will do it with my pleasure.
Yeah, so
anytime.
You can do this tour or the main tour, which is the main tour of Berat, with all the history and information that you'll need. Okay, so
thank you very much.
Thanks for watching the video, guys.
Welcome
to
Berat.
Welcome to Berat.
Welcome to Albania. Welcome to Berat.
Yes, and yeah, welcome to Albania when you come. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.